This is Garden Art Lesson number 8, Scarecrow Garden Protector. For this project, you need basically some old clothes, some old pillows, a pillowcase, and some stuffing. Also, you're going to need something for hair. I just used yarn that I attached to a strip, but for if you want to be really make it really easy, you can buy a Halloween wig, or use an old string mop or a new string mop that you can color with markers or whatever. Kids might like that. So I partially assembled him to keep this simple and not take too long. So basically, I'll move these things to show you how he's constructed. We have a 2x3 for a vertical piece and a 2x3 for the horizontal piece. This piece is about 3 feet or 4 feet long, and this piece is 5 feet long, and it's attached about 18 inches down. You make a cross. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's hard to get the sweater on and off, so they're just crossed and attached with screws or nails. So this has a lap joint. You don't have to do that. And the cross is about 18 inches down. Sharpen one end because you're going to be driving it into the ground. The head is made out of a pillow with a pillowcase over it. Okay, so the first thing you do is put the face on the pillow. We've painted ours with acrylic paints. That's one way to do it, or you can just use permanent markers like Sharpies. That's another easy way. So do your face. It should be about a foot tall, a foot long. And attach your hair. I sewed this hair on by hand, just with thick thread and overcast stitch. You can also glue it on with a glue gun. Stuff your pillowcase, put an elastic around it and over the top of the vertical piece of wood. Then you put the clothing on your scarecrow. So I put these are just cheap gloves from the dollar store. I stuffed them, and you can see I've stapled them on with a carpenter's staple gun. You can also glue them on, but I think this is sturdier. And then put the shirt on. So that was a little tricky for us because this shirt has a hood, but it works in the total design, so we're just going to put his hood on now. Let's take the hair out. There's a lot more improvisation with a scarecrow. You have to really make him your own. The kids have a lot of fun bringing in clothing, putting their own clothing on the scarecrow or their dad's clothing. We take our old pillow, and I'm going to put it in front and push it up under the shirt, like so. And then we have our old pants. The scarecrow wears pants, and we've stuffed the bottom of the legs, and this is going to fill the top of the pants. It'll be the tummy. And again, you work on top of this piece of wood. So there are some designs that have the post going through a leg or through the bum, but I find this is an easier way to do it. You're not struggling with threading things into the pants. You can pull some of the stuffing up to make the legs more even. It's okay if he's lumpy or funny looking. He's kind of like a clown, really. Okay, and then I have this cord, and I'm going to thread it through the belt loops. But I'm going to go around the back of the stake, because this is going to help hold the pants up around the stake. And then the front of the pants again, and you can use a belt for this purpose, or thick rope. And tie it on securely. And then with the scarecrow we made, I put a nail through the pants into the stake. Or you can, it's probably a better idea to use a screw. Just go right through the pants and the pillow into the stake, and that holds everything up. And pull his shirt down. All right. The next thing is we're going to give him feet. So I have some old socks, which I also stuffed. You can use anything for stuffing, really. Old rags, paper bags, or plastic bags, stuffing that you take out of a pillow. I exposed some of the stuffing from the leg and put that into the sock. You can also use shoes or boots. That, in a way, makes it easier. You just put boots on the end and attach them with glue or staples. But I didn't have any old boots, so I just used socks. And then I just secure that with a rubber band. There's one foot. This is a group effort. It's a group project. And you got kids all over the place stuffing things and struggling with, making him look kind of human. Another rubber band to hold that on. There, 2 feet. But then, okay, now he's pretty well together and he should stand in the garden just fine. But we need to attach some other things that will scare away the birds. So these are old CDs, actually, that we've wrapped yarn around. And as they sway in the wind, they'll startle the birds. You can also put something on the Scarecrow that will make noise, like an old wind chime or old silverware, anything that moves in the wind. So we just tie those onto his arms. We also named our Scarecrow, and we settled on the name Forest. I'm not sure why, because he's in the garden, not the forest, but that's what the kids thought was a good name. So, and that's the end of the lesson of constructing your garden protector Scarecrow. See you next time.